I got messages from probably 5 or 6 people asking, Vindi, we have tried to trade a 500 rands account, but it seems like it's not feasible, it's not doable. Is it sustainable to fund with 500 and trade Nasdaq? That is the common question that I get. Because people, they say, we see a lot of people doing it online. They will show us that they flip 500 to 20,000 and all those things. And I said that's a very interesting subject. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it on a broker that is commonly used. So I just opened an account with this South African broker just for the purpose of this video, and funded with 500 rands, okay, for the purpose of this video. If you'd like me to do it with a much higher balance, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so but I'm gonna explain this because this is common. The 500 bucks is very common according to most of you. Okay, so that is the balance that we have, the 500, that is what we put up. So is this 500 enough for Nasdaq? That is the question. Is this 500 balance right here enough for Nasdaq? Can we trade Nasdaq? Is it feasible? Is it sustainable for one to trade Nasdaq with a 500 rands balance? A lot of people are advised that just fund with 500 and join. It is closing. I'm gonna explain why you shouldn't actually do that. Rather take that 5,000 that you have for joining, or the 10,000, and fund and learn some of these things on YouTube. Okay, our balance is 5,000. Our equity, it's bouncing up and down. And to explain that, the balance is what we've put up. The equity, it's your profit of the running trades. If it's on a negative, plus the balance, or the balance plus the running trades, whatever the profit is. So if we're on a negative, so if you take that negative and add it on that 500, you're gonna get your equity. Or if it was a positive, a profit, you add it on that 500, your equity was gonna be on a positive. So you take that negative, add it on 500, you get your equity. Okay, so that's just that balance plus the amount that you're making on your running positions. The free margin, it's actually what is left for you to open new trades. So this is like your, think of this as the money that is left after you have paid your bills. So if you are on a negative, like you see now we're on a negative, let's say now all debit orders have deducted, and you are left with that negative, that's your free margin. It means you are on a very tight spot. So if you try to buy something on the shops, what are they gonna say? They're gonna call each other and say, hey Patrice, decline, but void. I don't know what void is, but void. You see, because now you are on a very tight spot. So the question is, with 500 rands, can you trade NAS profitably? To answer that, the first trade needs to go in your favor. There's no room for error. There is no room for error. Let me explain this nicely using the margin. The margin requirement for Nasdaq right here, you have 500. Remember, that's your balance. The broker says, out of that 500, we need the 431 in order for you to trade Nasdaq. We need 431. That's how much we need. That's what they under margin there. That's how much they need for Nasdaq with 0.01. So if you were earning 500 rands as your salary and your car was costing 431, is that a good financial decision? Is that a good financial decision? How much are you left with to pay other bills? There's still insurance, fuel, and other things. How much are you left with? That is what I'm going to say. That you are already in a tight spot. When you're trading a 500 rands account, you are already in a very tight spot because the broker says we want that much. So there's no room for error. The first trade needs to go in our favor. And this first trade, chances are it's gonna blow, and I'd like to see it blowing. How many times do you see mentors posting something? One might say, because the 500 rand shandis. Exactly, because the 500 rand shandis is gonna blow. And I can fund again until I find the best results that you guys are gonna say, oh, it took 500 from that. But can you find? There we go. Gone. Done. Can you fund blow? You are watching me right now. The question is, can you afford to fund blow? Fund blow. Sometimes we fund blow and show you only positive results. And make a video to market and say from 500 to 500,000. From 500 rands to 500,000. But do we explain the tightness of the environment that we're in for trading Nasdaq with 500 rands? That is exactly what happened there. Gone. The money gone. Does this only happen to normal people who are not mentors? It doesn't happen to... It also happened to mentors. It's just that you don't see it. Because it's going to ruin one's reputation if I release a video of a 500 blowing. It's going to... Hey, it's already tight. That's a bad financial decision. 500 rands, and then the margin required for that trade, it's 431. Already you're in a tight spot. That's a bad financial decision. You rely on luck. The first trade needs to go in your direction. This didn't go in our direction. Blow at negative 384. They didn't even go to negative 431. So those who said I should test this broker already, I don't know. Maybe they added the spread because we're supposed to have a difference of 69 rands. Let me see. Yeah, 69 rands. It was supposed to blow. Yeah, maybe the spread is somewhere around that. The difference between 115, which is left, and 69 rand, maybe it's their spread. I don't know if they've added that in. You can see it blew at 384. That's how much is left now. What can you do with the amount that is left? You can't trade Nasdaq anymore. You can't, because you need 431 to trade Nasdaq. Now you're frustrated. Oh, I blew my account. You start looking for strategies online. You think, no, it's a strategy. It's not a strategy. You just made a bad financial decision trading. You're in a tight spot. You need more funds, guys. I'm not saying that you cannot move it and move up, but understand the environment that you're in. You're going to be in a very, very tight space. Okay? You can take a first trade, it goes nicely in your favor. Understand that as a trader, you're going to be wrong. Your analysis are going to be wrong. Don't be arrogant. Don't be too arrogant. Your analysis are going to be wrong. Your analysis are going to be right. What happens when you take the first trade and then it's wrong, like this one, and then you blow an account? Did you have a bad strategy? Sometimes it's not a strategy. It's just a bad financial decision. You were supposed to have more funds for that asset. Understand the assets that you're trading. You need more funds for indices. This is where we bought. Right? It went down, took out the account. No room for error. You can't say it's retracing. Hey, even if it's retracing, if your account is tight like that, it's gonna blow. Are you a bad trader? Most of you are good analysts. Good analysts. Best analysts. Way better than Vind. Bad financial decision makers. Because you're chasing what? You're chasing, I know, I need to get rich. Some people have started doing this thing 2014, 2012. And you still ask me the same questions. I need the strategy. The strategy have win rate and a losing rate as well. But what if the first trades are wrong? This is what you're going to see. The stop loss was supposed to go down there. Would you put it down there with the 500 rands account? Technically speaking, that's where the stop loss have to go. You can't, because it will blow before it hits the stop loss. With the 5,000 rands account, we're going to have more room for error. Do you understand? The environment is going to be much better with the 500 rands account as long as you take one trade. The problem with you guys, you fund with 5,000, you take 10 trades. Because we have seen people doing it, flipping 5,000 to 20,000 in a couple of... If you can afford to lose 5,000 rands in one day, continue doing that. But if you cannot, and you're one of those people who cry, I blew, change what you're doing. You're doing it wrong. It's not the strategy whatsoever. You're going to have losses and wins, guys. I will share with you the trades, my trades for this whole month, so that you see the losses and wins throughout. Okay? And how I'm able to maintain that positive shandies at the end of the month. You don't have to pay 10,000 for to buy a robot or for a course or this course or whoever. I don't care who it is, anyone's course. Take that 10,000, fund your account so that there's more room for error, especially when you want to trade Nasdaq. And just take one trade. Analyze, continue doing what you do. If you know, okay, this works for me, but I keep on blowing. Now it's no longer about the strategy. It's about you making bad financial decisions. You guys are good analysts. You guys are good analysts. You know a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm not going to take that credit away from you guys. And I'm not going to come out and say, you guys are good analysts. Just adjust there. Instead of taking 2,000, paying Vindo, paying whoever, take that money, fund your account, man. So that there's more room for error. Then just take one trade. Don't do this thing of, and if you want to ball online and show your cousins that you are rich. Are you rich? Let's not even go there. Let's not even talk about being rich or whatsoever. Let's not even go there. That's not the purpose of this video. Okay. So the account, gone, done, dusted. It didn't even take a very big move to blow that 500 because we're in a tight spot. If you try to take a new trade, it won't go in. The broker even took it out at negative 380. They didn't even wait for that 431 margin requirement to take you out. They took it out earlier than. So if you're still saying, hey, there's still room. The broker's like, hey, claim. Yeah, cut. Then they chopped it off, gone. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I'm not gonna show you the blue, green, always, so that you're like, no, Vindi, I wanna join. Take a trade. That trade is decline. There we go, decline, because you no longer have 431 as per the broker's requirement. That is what they want. They want 431 for you to buy NAS. There's your card. Declined. When it declines and you only have that balance left in your account, how much was it? 115? How much was that? You can only buy things that are worth that money that is left in your account. But you cannot buy NAS because NAS, they want 431. Hence, we are getting this not enough man. Card declined, purchase declined, and they start calling each other. I don't know. Quick one. Why do they call each other when the card declines? And they don't say it nicely, like, if black card there decline, why they don't? Do like black? Okay, yeah. Let's not. Okay, I wanted to go offline. All right, back to the subject. If you have watched this video up to here, I'm done with what I wanted to explain. Basically, the tightness of trading NAS on a 500 rands account. Okay, that's what I wanted to explain. If you think that was cool, that was helpful, kudos to you. Make sure that you understand that part. Okay, make sure that you understand the margin requirement and all the changes. With the money that is left, we can still open a new trade, but cheaper, because our balance is no longer 431, meaning the assets that are cheaper. So think of this as your card declining, but you're like, okay, just reduce 2 items. Okay, just remove the baby diapers. The baby will see a plan. Will put newspapers or will we'll see. Then it's you downgrading from trading NAS to trading assets that are much cheaper, like currencies. If you know that you cannot afford to fund, start with currencies. I know people are gonna say, no, currencies don't pay. But the money that you are chasing, you are losing money chasing money because of not having the patience. You are losing a lot of money chasing money because you fund 500 tomorrow. You blow. Tomorrow you fund again, blow, fund again. The day you make 2005, you get excited, but you know you're gonna blow it next week because of the excitement. Get to a point where you understand proper risk management. There's nothing bigger than that. Drawing lines and all, anyone can draw lines. Guys, anyone can analyze. You can be a great analyst and be a bad trader because of how you manage your risk, because of how you manage your positions. You can be a good analyst and say, well, it went. I told you it's gonna go up. And people will say, I told you. You're the bad traders like nobody's business. Don't say I told you. Don't use that. What did I say, guys? What did I say, guys? It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. It's gonna. I told you. Bad analysts, bad traders. Don't try to prove that you were right to say that it was gonna go up, because you're gonna be wrong. And when you are wrong, your self-confidence is gonna be lower. Then you'll try to blame the broker. You'll try to it's the market maker. The market maker put a stop loss and trade properly. Don't shift the blame. Take responsibility. His signals. I blew my account with his signals. Did you even check how much the stop loss was? Where the stop loss was? Because if the stop was down there with an account size of 50,000 rands and you're trading 500, you will have blown. But somebody stop wouldn't have been hit and the account wouldn't have been blown for a 50,000 rands account. Analyze your risk. Let's buy Euro USD. This is much cheap. So after the cut declining, we decide to buy a much cheaper item. It went through. Did it? Yes, it did. It should. Let's see. Let's go. Buy. Because this is cheap. So you say, I put diapers away. I'm just going to take a box of cornflakes after the cut declined. And then there we go. Because that is much cheaper. The margin requirement for that one is 35.37. Cheaper than Nasdaq. Nasdaq was 10 times Euro USD with the same lot size. So that's what you need to understand. I'm done with this video. I think I've said a whole bunch of weird things. Apologies if I've offended you. Just use a stop loss too. Sharp.